Hey, welcome to episode 116. We made a podcast. Oh, I forgot.
Saying just says.
We made a podcast. What was it?
Saying just says.
This dude seriously got issues in his Portuguese numbers. Why do I feel like this camera's weird? We made a podcast.com. We made a podcast on all social media. If you hear a noise in the back, it's hot up in Caesar, up in the studio.
Listen to this.
It's hot up in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Caesar, can you fix the camera? We made a podcast.com. We made a podcast on all social media.
Please free Lula.
Big facts. We got videos, YouTube, our YouTube channel. You can check it out through WeMadeAPodcast.com. And make sure you check out Drill the Gooner dropping them videos. Make sure you check out Tiki Talker Podcast. Hopefully, Big Bam and Holly, that's me. Holly have an episode coming soon.
Did you say?
And then hopefully, they don't know who's talking. Hopefully,
you just said.
Let me go ahead and say this again, actually, because my friends are whack, and I want to do this special episode with my friends, and they don't care actually. So maybe we can do. Maybe I should do that episode with Dro. He'll probably care.
I want to do that in a long time.
Caesar's over it. Y'all probably already know there ain't that much going on in the football world right now.
Vacation, y'all.
All the transfers have been, even though the teams are practicing with each other, there's been no real transfers that are that meaningful. Agreement with the Barcelona, don't really care. What's the name? Gold Cup's over. Women's World Cup is over, and Copa America's over. We just have the AFCON final coming up on the 19th in about 3 days from today. AFCON final. See, you're excited. We got Senegal versus Algeria.
Half of my pick.
What was your other pick? Nigeria?
Senegal, Nigeria, right? Is that what we did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually more happy that Senegal made it better than Nigeria. I think Senegal's a better team. But did you hear what happened last game?
What?
Koulibaly won't be there in the final.
Why?
He got a red card last game.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
they don't wipe it?
They won't have they won't have Koulibaly for the final.
They don't wipe it like off Louis V?
They don't wipe it like you said earlier.
Caesar, Senegal has never won AFCON final. AFCON, and Algeria has. Guess how many times Algeria has won AFCON?
3.
One time in 1990, a year before their Civil War started.
Hey, here you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Here goes. You got a whole note of historical facts.
Everybody knows that Algeria had a civil war from like 91 to the early 2000s.
Everybody?
Caesar, over 150,000 people died in Algeria that civil war. It was a big deal. I knew a dude who was there.
Doing what?
He was there in Algeria during the Civil War before he came to America. Damn. So yeah, they won AFCON a year before their Civil War started. It was a big tragedy. And now they're having some political issues now too. They want the Bouteflika got out of there finally, and now they got a new guy. They're trying to get some elections popping in Algeria, actually.
So, what was the Civil War about? Like, what was the context of it?
That's a great question. Since only Drill the Gooner is actually for sure listening, and Tarek probably, and then me, what happened was there were some elections. It was the first free elections after independence from France, even though that happened in the 60s. These are first free elections. This Islamic party won.
They didn't have a free. They didn't have
not a real one. Not a real one.
In 30 years since their independence.
Yeah, sort of like Brazil. They used to have a military dictatorship. So then, yeah, exactly. So there was an Islamic party that won the elections, but the military came through and was like, "Nah, sorry." And then it started a civil war, and it was really bad. It used to be crazy. They used to run up in the villages. It was really bad. But yeah, so we got Senegal versus Algeria in the AFCON final on the 19th. I'm excited for that. Do you think that Sadio Mane should be up for a Ballon d'Or contention if Senegal wins?
Absolutely.
I think he's got to.
Absolutely.
Right? Why not? Who's the other people?
He went to the Champions League.
Yeah, one Champions League
final. And if he wins AFCON, dude, that's awesome.
Would he be the only player that? Well, no, I guess. Well, the only real player, Alisson, doesn't count. Was there any other Brazilian on Liverpool?
Fabinho.
He didn't get called up though, right? Yeah. So I think he would be the only player that won
Champions League and won an international trophy.
An international trophy this season, right?
Yeah, he absolutely would be.
Was there any Liverpool players in the Gold Cup?
There's no Mexicans in Liverpool.
You don't even got to ask about American players.
Liverpool?
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think honestly, like, I mean, I honestly can't even think of another player. I'm gonna look up his stats right now. I forgot to look it up earlier.
In that Algeria game, he was kind of he was being silky as usual. He was looking good out there.
He's a baller. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? He was tied for the league in goals, right?
Oh, damn.
Wasn't it him, Salah, and Aguero all had 22? He ended the season 50 appearances, 26 goals.
That's a great year.
He literally appeared in every game in Champions League. Every game. He played in every single game. And I would imagine he started. He had 4 goals in Champions League. Don't Mane have to win the Ballon d'Or?
You know what? I'm down. He should be the winner.
I mean, honestly, I feel like he has to, right?
I mean, like he should be the winner.
Like if City won Champions League and Copa America, and Argentina won Copa America, maybe you can talk about Kun Aguero, but that wasn't the case.
No,
Is literally Mane is the only player that got these 2 important trophies.
yeah, I think.
And Senegal's never won it. If they win, they've never won it.
That's really dope. He should win it.
Who else?
No, people are gonna do the Messi thing as usual.
They only won 1 trophy. They lost Copa del Rey to Valencia.
Yeah, crazy stats though.
Yeah, but come on, dog. You only won the league. That's it.
Yeah, Mane did win two. He went home with 2 trophies. It's really
The
impressive.
biggest trophies of the year.
Especially the biggest continental trophy in Africa. That's awesome.
2 international trophies.
Yeah, and the first time for their country too.
Yeah.
Argentina's won plenty of World Cups.
Years ago.
Yeah, so I'm saying like wouldn't be like a shock if he won it with Argentina, but Mane winning in Senegal, that'd be the first ever for their nation's history. So he should be commended for that.
If they win the AFCON, there's literally no other player that can win the daggone Ballon d'Or.
Where did you hear it first?
We Made It podcast.
I didn't hear anybody talking about Mane should win Ballon d'Or, so I'm with it. Let's do it.
He has to win it.
We're doing it. Campaign. We're in support of him,
If they win AFCON.
which they will.
If not, I don't know, honestly. But I'm still down if they lose it. Unless he missed a penalty again and cry like that last year.
He needs to get a haircut.
Yo, let me leave him alone because we might be talking
No,
about
but last time he didn't get it edged up or nothing. He was looking wild. I was like, damn.
You don't know where the barber is in Egypt, dog?
He's like, I don't leave the hotel here.
You feel me? You know you don't. On that island that's in the Nile, like I told you about in that one episode.
Yeah. Like you told me on one of your random facts per episode you do.
Yeah. Guys, this episode might be kind of short because there's really not that much going on
Yeah.
in the football world, but it might be long. Who knows?
It's okay. Look, we went hard like 3 times of the week, so like they can relax a little bit if they're mad.
I mean,
We did like 3 in 1 week or 2 in a week for Copa America.
yeah, we did, but we also didn't cover those finals.
Yeah, but we went hard in group stage that you hate, so.
I only like Cavani. Okay, Caesar. Although I wanted to do this because we never cover this league like ever, and I only watched the highlights to laugh. MLS.
Oh.
I actually get excited to watch MLS highlights so I can laugh at them.
At least they're better than BN's editing.
Oh, I think BN has a sound on theirs now for the AFCON.
It's okay. What makes it funny? My BN is still in Spanish. I don't know why.
Wait, on the app
website
or on
yeah,
the
on
YouTube?
the website. Yeah, it's still in Spanish. And then my game was freezing every 30 seconds, saying network error.
I don't know how the hell for this many years they can't get it right.
Like it was years ago we did this.
I literally
years. Years ago people complained about it.
Years. I literally when
it was ever since they joined that quick like join off Netflix.
When I went to that consultation thing for BN in LA that year, literally I was like, "Yo, like y'all gotta fix BN. What is it called?
Sports Connect.
Yeah, BN Connect. I'm like, you gotta fix that. They're like, yeah, we get a lot of complaints about that. That was 2015, I think.
Time has elapsed.
It was 4 years ago. Anyway, Caesar, MLS. I just kind of wanted to look to see what's going on. I do it every once in a while. Right now, Philadelphia Union is at the top of the Eastern Conference.
You couldn't have paid me to know how much. I couldn't have won that money if you told me. All right, so give me who's leading the other one.
Okay.
Should I guess the other one?
Take a guess, yeah.
Leading the Western Conference?
Yeah.
Oh, can you give me a geographical region of the West?
I mean, it's on the western coast of America.
Okay. Oh, San Jose?
No, it's LAFC.
Oh yeah, I heard they're doing good.
Yeah, LAFC is leading the Western Conference with 46 points, and they're in the Supporter Shield. They're heading to Supporter Shield. 46 points in 20 games.
Shield.
That's what you stupid. And then Philadelphia Union has 36 points in 22 games. Guess who is leading the league in goals?
Oh, Wayne Rooney?
No. Carlos Vela has 19 goals.
He better have 49. He's so much better than everybody in the league.
And also, okay, guess who's leading the league in assists?
Oh, Nani.
Who? Oh, Nani? No, it's also Carlos Vela with 8.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
What is he, Giovinco now?
I think Nico Gaitan is tied for second with 7. Old man Gaitan.
If he's 39, I'm be upset.
What's the name? Who's this? Zlatan has 13, and Joseph Martinez has 13. They're both second. How many games do they play in MLS? Is it 34 or 38? I can't remember. But are we gonna watch a game or what?
We're gonna watch the final.
Okay, we'll watch the final. Are you gonna watch a game at some point this season?
Yeah.
Who?
They're on ESPN Plus. I'll tune in.
Like, who do you want to see play? Probably Atlanta.
I want to watch LAFC play.
Okay, I saw a little bit. I mean, I watch highlights every once in a while.
I just hate that they have YouTube TV on their jersey.
It's pretty rough. But your boy Lee Nguyen plays for them, and he's still a baller.
Yeah, I heard they have a pretty good team, and they have like they have some like winger that's pretty good too.
Daniel Rossi's from Uruguay. He's a baller.
Yeah, they have a little talent over there.
Yeah,
I'll check them out. I'm not gonna commit to 90 minutes though.
What you gonna commit to?
I'll like tune in at like 34 maybe, or maybe 64.
Okay, 64. Something like.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta see my boy Breck Shea. He's playing for Atlanta right now.
Your boy Breck Shea.
Oh man, that'd be so cool if he rolled up on Bass. Oh, that'd be the greatest thing ever.
If I got a picture with Mexico Bass and Breck Shea, that'd definitely make my life.
I need Breck Shea to roll up to Dagon Kirkwood, right at the Valero, and kick it with Bass, and go kick it with Nick Valencia from CNN.
Yeah, if he pulls up in Valero in like a Prius, that'd be really dope.
Who, Breck Shea?
Yeah. Pulled up in a Prius, like on like all murdered out. That'd be dope.
We need to make the episode something about Breck Shea in the title so you can see it and go to.
Yeah, I'm gonna Photoshop Breck Shea next to Mexico Bass.
That'd be hilarious.
Or like him fighting him, like.
This episode is terrible.
It is. This is feeling really robotic and rough.
But just to say, can you relax? We did used to watch MLS back in the day, but we kind of got over it. And I really want
we went to a playoff game.
Yeah, we went to a few games.
We went to two.
We went to LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders playoff
and we went to
game.
Chivas USA versus Seattle Sounders.
And we saw Seattle Sounders play another time too. I think. Oh no, that was the Chivas versus Seattle Sounders. Yeah.
But we did go to a playoff game. We was trying to get it cracking. No one wanted the sauce.
We wanted to fight.
I was down to get a push going on.
I wanted to have a big brawl in the stands.
That would have been see how it felt to be a passionate fan.
Yeah, just to see if MLS can turn up like that. There was a bunch of people holding champagne.
I'm not gonna lie though. I heard that the rowdy fans are the LAFC fans, not the LA.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but it's fugazi. I'm like,
but you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm kind of offended by it. I'm kind of offended by it.
I know why. Because me too. Because I'm like, yo, how you gonna be down to fight for a team that came out 2 years ago?
Yeah,
like that don't make sense.
You can't ride or die for a team that's younger than most people in the country.
Yeah, like come on now, like y'all are just doing that for that one reason.
You're literally
y'all are being a stereotype.
You're literally established 2017 EST.
And you're being a stereotype. Like you just want to be the Raider fans of MLS.
Yeah, and then they're like, they're the all black, and then the team is like arena is like kind of in the hood. I'm like, just get out of here.
Yeah, they're being extra. They probably pay him to fight. We were trying to have an organic fight at an MLS match.
I was trying to get it happen. Remember there was like this old dad over there? Like, let's do it.
You were talking hella shit to them dudes. They didn't want no problems. I was trying to get a fight going and they can end up on SportsCenter. But yeah, it didn't happen. I don't think it'd be going down like that. I guess they got some neo-Nazis at NYCFC.
I heard about that. I think you sent that.
I think we talked about that
we
before.
did.
I can't remember if we really talked about it. But yeah, they got some neo-Nazis. That's not a fun fight. They don't fight fair. But yeah, so that's our MLS update, and make sure I'm joking. Okay, Caesar, we've been seeing a lot of backlash to a player that we have been covering for a very long time. We've been talking about her for a very long time, but it's kind of brand new. Everybody hopping on her tip.
Almost thought you said Neymar.
Oh God, we got to talk about Neymar off. We talk about Neymar off the show.
It's
now
too much.
It's
now.
too much. Like it's just. I don't want to just keep pounding away at it on the show. Pause. But Caesar, there's been a lot. I want to. You know, we've done this in the past. We did a message to Pulisic, a message to Karius, the goalie from Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
Sent a message to him. Sent a message to Pulisic after the USA didn't make the World Cup.
How mad is he that won Champions League?
Who?
Liverpool.
Why?
Karius?
You mad that what?
How mad is Karius that Liverpool won Champions League?
Oh, he's salty. But I want to go ahead and send a message out. We're going to send a message out to Rapinoe haters. Or we just call them incels. That's pretty much what they are. But I don't know, Caesar might end up being one soon too. Here's what I have to say to the Rapinoe, ouch, Rapinoe haters. I got some notes here. Here's the first thing I want to say. It's too late. It's too late. You're hating on her too late. She already won the World Cup many times, and she's 34. Like, she's not going to be playing for that much longer. You're hating on her way too late. She's done it all.
And she won a Golden Boot.
Yeah. She's achieved the best of the top of the best.
She couldn't play any better in the World Cup after even missing a game too, because you know why.
Yeah, we already know why. Although I did see her and Alex Morgan together. On,
yeah, they sat together too.
Yeah, they did the interview together. Actually, Jimmy Kimmel said something like, "Oh, like, you know, how are you guys able to win the World Cup twice in a row?" Or he said something like that, and it was really cute because Megan Rapinoe was like pointing at Alex Morgan, like that's the reason right there.
Yeah, that's
I was like, that's really cute. Alex Morgan's rocking that Versace dress too. Not that I would like know, but it said Versace all over it.
I was like Brandon
yeah,
heavy,
hard body.
I was like, what is going on here? You know about Versace dresses?
Only if it says it on there. Chill out. Okay, I want to say that at the end actually. This also it's too late. She's gonna monetize the haters after she retires. Like, all this hate on her is just gonna make her bigger for when she retires and moves on to what she wants to do next, which will probably be in media. And I think it'd be really dope to see her and Hope Solo having like a show or like a podcast talking about world football. Like,
that'd be dope.
That'd be
hard.
Doing something similar to what
that'd
we do.
Be hard. That'd
like
be hard.
Rapinoe and Hope Solo.
That would be the first soccer podcast I really be super hyped for.
Like, for real.
Like on the big scale. That'd be dope.
Like, that'd be really dope, yo. So we should tell them about that. Like, I don't know if they're homies like that, but it'd be really cool. Even if they're not, like, it'd be cool to, like, they can, like, kind of go at it because they're both very opinionated and very...
even if they're not homies, I think they'd be good if they're on opposite sides of the spectrum, like where they come from, so that'd be cool to hear that.
For sure. Neither of them really had, like... Well, Hope Solo kind of came from a rough background in some ways. Rapinoe didn't necessarily, I don't think, but, like, her brother got caught up in the dope game and... drug addiction and stuff like that. One of the reasons also that this is a message to the haters, to the Rapinoe haters. I know part of the reason why they hate on her so much, not just because she's a woman, that's a big part of it. It's also because she's gay. I don't think that they would. Can you relax? You on that? You on that extra stuff right now?
You literally did that.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
It's on camera.
Okay, chill out. Just pick it up. I don't think that if it was Julie Ertz being very outspoken like this, I don't think she would get the same backlash. If it was Julie Ertz, blonde with an NFL husband,
no, she wouldn't. I think it'd be like, I think they wouldn't even get attention really.
Yeah, it'd get like a little bit, but they wouldn't get the. It wouldn't get the same.
She gets a blowback because she's like wearing like the suit with nothing under and like has the hair color pink and then she's very proud of being gay and like they hate that. Yeah. Like, they really hate that.
And it makes her an easier target for them.
And she like basically like cussed at the thought of going to the White House.
All that stuff. I think if it was Julie Ertz, it wouldn't get the same kind of backlash.
No, I think so too.
You think it get the exact same?
No, I'm saying like I agree with you. Like
it wouldn't get the same.
No.
It gets some, but not the same.
No.
I think it makes her an easier target that she's gay and she's outspoken and she doesn't have like this traditional lifestyle I mean, I know it's not going to be the best episode, but damn, you doing all that? No, I'm joking. That she doesn't have this traditional sort of life. Like, it's easier for them to just attack her from all angles, you know?
Yeah.
That's for the Rapinoe haters. This is another thing I'm wondering, too. You think Crystal Dunn is hoping Rapinoe relaxes?
What?
You think Crystal Dunn's
Crystal Dunn?
Yeah, you think she telling her she wished Rapinoe would chill out?
Why? What do you think about Crystal Dunn?
She's a good player. I don't really know much about her stance on things because Rapinoe's very outspoken, and there's been some other women on the team that have been outspoken. I haven't seen Crystal Dunn say jack.
Maybe she don't think she has a spot like that.
What do you mean?
Like she thinks that her spot can be getting up any minute. Like Rapinoe's kind of solidified as long as she balls out. But
Rapinoe's 34.
I know, but she's still like. But I feel like Crystal Dunn can be like forgotten easily if they replace her. Yeah, she's a fullback for that team. But at her team, she plays as a striker.
All right, so you think that she'd want to speak out, but she don't want to ruffle no feathers.
Yeah, and it's different for her.
Why? Go ahead, dog. Whatever.
Because I don't feel like I think it's harder for players of a black player or like a.
So it's because she's black.
I think
don't be afraid.
I just think it's harder for her to like be able to
because
take that stance.
Black.
Yeah.
So
I think like if she was black, she would get they'd go.
If she wasn't black,
I mean, because she's black, they go hard on her. Like if she were to make a statement.
So if she was to come out and be like as outspoken or in a similar fashion, then
I think she'd be kind of like where like Rapinoe is like that. It'd be like they'd like be hitting her pretty hard. Scared? I know. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about Rapinoe's character. I'm saying like the kind of backlash Rapinoe gets. I feel like Crystal Dunn will get if she did the same thing as Rapinoe.
Yeah, of course. But do you think it'd be worse because she's black? She might get different slurs.
Yeah, they might get a little more creative, I guess.
You said that Rapinoe's getting this backlash because she's black.
Yeah,
you said that.
I didn't say that on the show.
Oh my bad!
You bringing up my stuff about the group chat? Is that what we doing?
No, you said that on the phone. I thought that you was gonna stand on that.
I am standing on the phone.
Okay, my bad. Okay, but see, honestly, I thought maybe you were saying on the Carly Lloyd, like she's like black on the low.
Oh no! That's already no. She's not.
Okay. That's honestly what I thought you were saying, dog. I was like, well, shoot, maybe Caesar seen something I didn't.
It's the same things I was saying. I was like, when Hardy was talking about how many black players Real Madrid has, I was like, well, Hazard counts too.
That hair though. You seen that hair?
Yeah,
he got that same hair as Luis Suarez.
You wonder why he never grows it out?
Because he got the same hair as Luis Suarez.
What?
Yeah, exactly. That black hair.
Luis Suarez's hair is Asian.
What? But yeah, the Rapinoe hate. Like I don't know if you've seen this stuff on Twitter and on Instagram, whatever. It's really insane. I'm like, yo, can y'all like? What are you wasting your time for hating on Megan Rapinoe? It's already over.
I'll be honest with you, that feels like kind of like lame to me.
It's like it's over, dude.
There's way more fun to have hating on something else than picking on Megan Rapinoe. She already won.
It's already over, dog.
You're supposed to like start getting it in at the group stage and start obliterating her. It's already over. They already won awards. They won ESPYs and stuff.
What are you doing wasting your time tweeting about
they're not gonna
signing a ball?
They're going to take it away. I meant that like they even blew up in the UFC community and stuff like that too.
Of course, this is all incels.
No, because like that one DC guy said that she's like really whack for that.
Who's DC?
Daniel Cormier, the one.
I'm really mad that you said that DC guy like you don't know him and
no, I'm saying you don't know him.
No, his whole back. No, I know who he is. You know probably his wife's name and his kids' names. You saying that DC guy like you don't know everything about him. Where was he born?
I don't know. I know he wrestled. I know he wrestled at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, jeez, oh damn. So Daniel Cormier was what did he say?
He basically went on Twitter and said that he thought it was really disrespectful what she did. And
what'd she do?
Especially that one that she turned away the kid.
She didn't turn him away.
That's what he said basically. That it was turning her away.
You be saying fake news, Caesar. What did he actually say?
I don't have the. You want me to pull the tweet?
I mean, you're the one over here trying to. I'll grab. I mean, she didn't turn the kid away.
I know. I'm not saying she did.
That's exactly what you said. Does he say she turned the kid away? Or
you're doing this because this show is rough.
Anyway, yeah, they're talking. She didn't turn the kid away. She just didn't really like look up when she was like signing the autograph for the ball. But I'm like, yo, dog, like you can pick out a million different things. And I seen somebody like, actually, you know what? I actually knew that about the UFC because I saw somebody tweeting about it, and they were like, "You guys like Conor McGregor, but y'all don't like her. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
like,
that's
just
facts.
say you hate women, dude. Because if you can't get behind her, but you can get behind Conor McGregor. Like, come on now. Look at Caesar's fake.
The issues that he replied, he was getting blown up over. Here we go. He replied here. He said, "With success comes great responsibility. You can't love the adulation, but ignore the chance to guide youth. For all the hoopla that celebrities and athletes and fans, the fans are the ones that matter the most. That experience could have meant so much to that kid. Very disappointing."
What is he even talking about? He's trying to get Trump supporter fans and incel fans like you.
Then someone said, "Hey, how can you judge that off its 7?" He's like, "How can you judge what someone does off a 7-second clip with no context?"
Yeah.
Like has she talked to him before? We don't know what's going on here. He says, "Drone. I know there have been many times." The guy's name who he replied to. "I know there have been many times where I have been too busy to do a signature. So I say I don't have time. But if I do, I try and sign. If I sign, I try and engage the person. Even the smallest engagement. You're not obligated, but one day people won't want your signature."
This dude is so lame trying to get incels to like him more. What? You should have signed John Jones' heel when it kicked you upside the head. How about that? When you got busted upside your head, you were crying. There was snot coming out your face. You should have signed
some snot boogers, or
you should have signed something in. Nobody asked for the autograph when you got mollywopped by John Jones. You fat loser.
God damn.
It's so lame.
Everybody
really jumps on the bandwagon because they're just trying to get those guy fans.
I agree. I thought it was really whack.
But you still follow him though, right?
I don't follow him. The hell? Why would I follow DC on Twitter?
You call him a nickname? Damn. All right. Okay. You call him his nickname and stuff. I bet if he was fighting this weekend, you'll watch it.
Yeah, I want to see him get his ass beat again and cry.
Anyway. But yeah, message to the Rapinoe haters. Just it's not doing anything for you. It's not doing anything against her. It's too late. You know, like, she's been outspoken. She kneeled for the national anthem over 2 years ago.
We have the pictures.
Over 2 years ago.
She was doing that in support of all the injustice 2 years ago.
You know who else kneeled for the national anthem? Hertha Berlin. John Brooks. Is his name John Brooks? The one center back, the German American dude. Is it Brooks?
Yeah, Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah, he kneeled for the national anthem. Hertha Berlin did that back then. We had the photo for that too. Yeah, Caesar forgot.
I did forget that they did that.
Yeah, we put.
I forgot I'm a Hertha Berlin fan. I forgot.
We put that picture in one of our episode cover pictures. Y'all are late, and just, you know, if it was another type of podcast, I'd be a little bit more harsh on you guys. But, you know, Dro's listening.
We'll save it for our secret podcast.
Yeah, Dro is listening. He's the only person listening, even though we support everybody else. Dro and Tark is the only one actually going to respond to this podcast.
So. Dro and Tark are the only ones listening.
If you're not Dro or Tark and you're listening to this podcast, please hit us up on Twitter at We Made It Podcast.
Prove it.
For real. Because if we don't get any, we might just cancel. We
might just say that.
All right. Okay. Anyway, Caesar.
Yeah.
I had this question, even though I'm sure you didn't read the show notes.
I read the show notes. You had 3 bullet points on there.
4. Okay. Since there wasn't that much to talk about, I was. Can you chill? I mean, we could have done that philosophical episode today, but you didn't even read it. But you didn't respond. Caesar, one of the frustrating things about doing this podcast, because we have the best soccer podcast in the world, but one of the realities is that soccer just isn't that big in America. It's not really mainstream like that. Do you think that it is either of these factors, or maybe another factor, that's keeping soccer from being bigger in the United States? Race or class? Which one do you think, or do you think it's a totally different issue? Don't say a little bit of both. Just
I think it's class.
You think it's class more than race?
Yeah. Okay. I think that what I've kind of learned over the years that, you know, poverty in America is across all races.
Absolutely.
And I think it's kind of annoying people just associate with people that are of low socioeconomic status as just like either being black or Mexican. And I think that it's all races, and right, there's people that are not that are not in the elite or not upper class families. Yeah, hope so. And this soccer, soccer to me, the only sport that seems to be more expensive than soccer is hockey out here, and it's a shame that soccer is this expensive, and it's if it was, I think class is making it difficult transition. It's seen as like almost like a prep sport. It's
an elitist type of
sport. An elitist sport. It doesn't resonate with people in the community unless they come from backgrounds that are outside the United States, and that's really frustrating. Like, think about it. If whenever, like, you even sometimes hear about players of, like, let's say they're black or something like that and they play soccer, somehow they're commonly they always have some kind of Haitian background or something going on, or some Caribbean thing, and that sucks because what you want to hear if the sport's growing in urban neighborhoods or even low socioeconomic families that are, and the players are minorities specifically, you want to hear that they are just African American kids or just kids from America, you know.
Interrupt you really one second. It's interesting that you said that because like you said that it's either the kind of elitist type of kids or the kids that come from like a Hispanic background that play soccer mostly. But it's interesting that we don't have very many Hispanic players on the men's national team, except the ones that's like from Mexico. Because I think Paul Arriola...
No, they have a few. But there's a few.
Who?
They had like those center backs for a while.
I don't think Greg Garza...
No, they had a center backs for a while. I forgot his name. Like Omar Gonzalez. Omar Gonzalez. They had like Osvaldo, whatever.
But did they come up in American systems or in Mexico?
We even had that one Hercules Gomez dude. He was a player for the U.S. for a while.
Did he come up in American system or in Mexico?
Honestly, I wouldn't want to... I don't know his background.
Because I think Paul Arriola, if I'm not mistaken, he might have came up mostly in Mexico. I'm not sure. I know he's from San Diego, but I don't know if he spent like his early playing years playing here or in Mexico. But you would think, because let's just be real, like when we were coming up, like soccer was kind of seen as a Mexican sport, kind of. I mean, we're from Southern California.
Yeah, well, like when I go out in lunch and when I go to the yard, I'd see like if the kids are like Latino, I'd see them playing soccer.
Yeah,
and then if I see
you don't gotta say that part, but you don't see like that level of representation in the men's national team or those levels, and I think that's kind of a more obvious. Showing that it is more of an elitist, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, like, think about it. If it was structured to make it easier for people who are less wealthy families to play, I think you would see even more engagement across the board, and you'd see those players be able to make it out.
It'd be all Latino team.
Yeah, when you watch, whenever, like, think about it, they promote. I mean, think about it. Even the basic structure, they still promote going to college to advance and become a professional in the United States in soccer, right? They always talk about, UCLA and Stanford and all this, and I mean, are those schools even like catering to that as well? Like,
I don't know.
Even when you have that kind of system going on, I feel like that's still catering to elite when you have like the collegiate system as your route to make it as a professional.
Absolutely.
Like a collegiate system is not for the people.
If Mexico is better than the United States at soccer, which is obvious, how the hell is it not? We got so many people of Mexican descent in America, like millions on millions. How the hell is not the men's national team all Mexican?
Like, for real.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
it's so obvious.
It's so obvious.
They're pricing people out. They're literally pricing people out.
They would rather receive the families that are very wealthy to come and play the sport.
And at the same time, that's kind of a racial thing. Obviously, like, not every white person is rich and not every...
No, that's why I'm saying, like, yes, it is a racial thing, but I think it's more... To me, it's a higher percentage of being a class issue than it is a race issue.
To the race
like, it ties in together. But if you're telling me to pick which one is more, like, evident or more of an issue, I think it's a class thing, because I feel like if you were to address one... like, you could address the race issue, but you still would have socioeconomic problems in terms of families trying to enter and play. But if you address the class issue, at least you would open doors at one side, and then you could be like, well, here's the racism that's preventing it. They can access it, and they're still not able to get it. There's a problem here.
And also, too, like, going back to the class thing, let's say, your family's, y'all can afford to go through these soccer ranks, but, you show up and you're looking around and you're kind of like, well, damn, dog, like, or maybe they say some jokes to you, and you're just kind of like, yo, like, I don't feel comfortable.
Just think about the top 3 sports in the United States. What are the top 3 sports?
What did you say? What are?
Yeah, basketball, football, and what? Baseball, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, if you see all 3 of those sports, there's huge diverse representation of sports.
Yeah, for sure.
And then even like when they talked about, MLB, they talked about MLB years ago having a lot of issues with having like African American representation and other stuff, and then you're seeing that a lot more now. And then in NBA and of course in football, that's always been like that.
Well, at least some of the best players ever have been black players.
Yeah, absolutely. And then so the thing is, Hank Aaron, like classics.
Dwight Gooden,
Frank Robinson. There's been tons of players. And
Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas. I'm sorry, Frank Thomas.
From
Chicago White Sox.
Ooh, okay.
Don't sleep.
Other great baseball players, the best like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and then of course one of the greatest of all time, Ken Griffey, like and his son, Ken Griffey Jr.
Don't ever sleep on Tony Gwynn, San Diego native. I went to college with his son. Tony Gwynn used to be riding around San Diego State when he was a baseball coach. Don't ever.
Tony Gwynn's niece is Audrey.
Look. Just don't ever not mention Tony Gwynn.
Long Beach, though.
Don't ever not mention Tony Gwynn. I went to school with his son. Tony Gwynn used to be riding around San Diego State. Tony Gwynn, what, Padres legend.
Patrolling people?
No, he was riding around
Long Beach?
I'm playing. But we got legends. But there's not too many black legends in soccer. Who's a legend? Who's a black legend in soccer?
A legend?
Yeah.
A legend.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Kobe Jones, sort of.
Is he a legend though?
I mean, he's a known name in history.
But damn,
he didn't really put it down.
Who's the legends in American soccer?
Landon Donovan outright 1,000%.
Yeah.
Landon Donovan outright 1,000%.
Yeah, and he never won a big trophy.
Legends is a tough word to say. Maybe a legend. Yeah. I don't think the sport's done well enough to establish people as legends in their own sport. In the sport, I don't think they've done that.
Yeah.
You can't. It's hard to say legends when you haven't had success from American athletes overseas, and you're successful American athletes in this country. The sport, the MLS only dates back 23 years, and before that it was like NASL or something like that, or something weird. Yeah, and then back then it was an exhibition league.
The biggest NASL player is
Pele and Beckenbauer.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's all been like almost like a sideshow here.
Yeah,
like
great
honestly,
way to put it.
It hasn't in other countries. It's part of a culture. People associate the crest as like a representation of like their city. Like they represent their city, and if you're from Catalan, they represent their people. Like essentially representing people.
Their
like
ethnicity.
That's their national team basically. Sometimes Barcelona plays, even though not all the players are Catalonian, but like
who.
I said not all the players are Catalonian. I'm saying.
Oh, you mean Barcelona FC?
Yeah, yeah.
You're talking about the Catalonian.
No. I'm saying like like they see that as a team as like that team's representing like their people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're wearing the colors of the flag and all that stuff. So the thing is on America, you've had like a sideshow for a while, then you had MLS for 20 years, and then like it came up and they were doing the Freddie Adu stuff. So that hasn't happened yet. You need to put in the time and effort. Who knows? Some of these teams have $18.99 on their jerseys, dude. This has been happening for a minute. They've gone through the transactions and the adversity that the clubs now are trying to deal with. You know what I mean? Trying to grow.
Yeah, I mean,
like Dave Doug said, it's a class issue to me, because once you fix a class issue, then you can start addressing race. Because when you start addressing race, that's an issue we have within our culture.
Yeah, and I think too, like when you look at like diversity, like I think when you are forced to kind of be around people that, you might feel somewhat not uncomfortable in the sense like you don't want to get along with them, but you just don't really. Maybe you don't speak the same language, or you just don't have a similar background. It forces you to integrate, and it forces you to like fight through that adversity. Like let's say like when you talk about academies, like in Europe or something, some kid comes from here and comes from there in the academy. Y'all got to kind of get it together and play together. Like that's gonna build teamwork, and it's gonna build better players individually too.
I think that in a lot of those sports, they do a lot of different races playing together, but they're American. Yeah, I think soccer would be huge for Americans because it would have people with different backgrounds entirely. A lot of first generations, if not just recently immigrants, playing together. When I was coming up, the players that were like, there was like I'll be honest with like a few players were Mexican American, but the players that were like also Latino, a lot of them were actually from outside the country, legit. Like they weren't like actually Americans, like they were actually like immigrants here. Yeah, there's people like just came from Venezuela, like barely like into the country. People, so
I mean, including you. You came when you were what?
5 years 19? Old. 24. So the thing is is it expired yet? No, like so like these people, and then those players aren't going to be playing for the national team of the United States either.
Maybe not.
I mean, they haven't so far.
Well, yeah.
The only who Benny Philhalber, whatever, like, did he count? He's half Brazilian or something.
Well, actually, I guess some of them German players, but they are actually from Germany. Like they're not even.
They were born on bases, man.
Yeah, they're not even from America by any means. Even though what's his name? I think Brooks got the Illinois tattoo or something like that.
That makes me so mad.
Really,
that makes me so mad. He can't name me 3 cities.
He can't name one mayor of Chicago. Not even Rahm Emanuel.
I can't. I'm not even from there.
Yeah, exactly. I think the one now is Lori Lightfoot or something like that.
Look at you. But now, I'm mad he got an Illinois tattoo.
On your elbow.
How does he pronounce Illinois? I want to hear it.
Come on.
I want to hear it, dude. That's not an easy word. It took me years to do it.
Come on now,
I've been here since 5.
Allegedly.
On my papers it says that.
Where?
I'm not here to show it on the camera.
But yeah, race or class, like, it just sucks that we still have, such a mediocre soccer culture in America. We started doing this podcast to change that, like we were kind of like, okay, let's see if it's good. And we realized early on that we were doing something really good and powerful and funny and hilarious at times. And with that, we're also fearless about talking about different topics that people don't want to touch. I'm not trying to pat ourselves on the back, but you know what I'm saying? We go hard on purpose. But it sucks that we don't have that kind of same push behind soccer that other sports get.
Let's talk about it. You know what moment kind of really bothered me about not having to push was when MLS did the Black History thing. Or the black when they did the like, is soccer like a part of like Black America? I think that's what it was.
Yeah, whatever. Right? The one we covered, right?
Yeah. That kind of really bothered me. That didn't sit with me for a while.
I know, me too.
Like it's like that kind of was bugging me for a minute.
Well, you know what the thing that bothered me on there actually, because whatever about what they said, like you got those people and they're talking about their experiences, whatever. But it bothered me that none of them said that we need diverse media. Like that, none of them talked about the media, because if you don't have some person in the media that can be like, have something cool and young and fresh about them, that's how you get people to be like, oh, what are they doing over there? I seen a clip of this guy, like it was funny, or he was talking about like the Muslim ban.
Are you talking about foreign players, just people in general? Are you talking about foreign players that are of color?
No, just, I mean, somebody that can do something more or better than, and I hate to just say it like this, but like, what BN has on the locker room. It's like, yo, dog, or ESPN FC. It's like, you don't want to turn on the TV of the media for soccer and it's just a bunch of old guys, that can't really relate to what's going on out here. Like, or that's not going to touch on the important topics. If you ask people in America what they know about soccer around the world, they're going to say it's racist, straight up. My mom knew about like bananas on the field and like spitting on the black players and stuff like that. She didn't care about no sports, but people hear about that stuff. But if the people that you have on your mainstream soccer media are not going to talk about it, or just talk about it for 2 minutes and not really actually care, you're not going to get the youth. We want to hear about that stuff.
You can address the headline, but it's different when you have a discussion about a headline.
Discussion, yes.
A discussion is what's needed, because when you start to see media members' opinions on viewpoints, like, it's cute that you want to have an opinion on someone's fake tactics, but it's when the sport is more than just tactics. The sport is part of a culture. When you have international tournaments, now you're talking about national, like that feeling of
countries and politics and stuff.
And wars are reasons why some countries are even in certain conferences. Stuff. I dropped it again. Like that's going on.
Conflicts and stuff.
So like. If you're gonna have that, but you're not gonna talk about it, then what's even the point of you being there?
And people can see through it. People know that it's boring, Like, people know. It ain't like we're on this podcast finding the stories. Literally, they're in The Guardian, they're in goal.com. The people write about these stories, but the mainstream soccer media don't talk about it. We want to hear discussion about it. And so, the MLS thing, like, it was cool. Like, I'm not hating on what they did on there, but like, I know what I could have brought to the table. I know what you could, or what we could have brought to the table together or separately.
Okay, you mentioned your point that bothered you, like representation. What bothered me the most was the word community was used. And it sucked because that community word really, really bothered me because I take that word seriously. Like I care about that. Like I care about feeling like part of something.
Community.
Yeah, like I feel like I care about feeling part of something. Community. And I care about people looking out for each other. And you know, like this show out here, this show's going on plus 2 years of this going on now. And
26 months.
26 months. In 26 months, we can name on top of our hand, on one hand, the number of people that have been that actively listen and are directly involved in helping us. You know what I mean? And you know, and it, like you know what I mean. So that sucks.
We tweeted. What was the guy named Aaron? What?
Tweeted Aaron West. And we
tweeted him so many times.
We tweeted the Black Arrow guys who are about.
I'm getting no response.
Just don't tell. Like, what does it mean when they were saying that? Like, oh, like this person is all about integrating, like, and like bringing together the soccer community of black. Like,
I hate to say it, it's cap.
It is cap because.
We tweeted him hard, yo. Ain't nobody cared.
I was trying to talk to him.
Yeah, I remember. And you followed him, and I was trying to hit him. I was like, nah, I'm unfollowing. Sorry, dude. Like, he's too cool for us, apparently. But for me, like, I can't remember how we found Dro or Joe found it. I'm sure, like, maybe I was.
I think Dro actually just jumped in a comment.
Well, I feel like maybe I had maybe I had spam tweeted him, or maybe he just found us. I can't remember. But like for me, it's like, okay, I see somebody else that's a minority in this country where we don't really be in soccer like that, but they're doing something. He's trying to do something, so I'm gonna support that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever little bit I can do, yo, even if he wasn't necessarily commenting on our stuff, but I'm gonna comment on this stuff. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna see what he's talking about. And he doesn't. And I feel like he probably feels the same way. Some of these guys they're too cool. You know what I mean? Maybe they're too cool, or they're just kind of like, you know, we're trying to look out for ourselves. I don't know what the deal is, but for me, it's like, yo, we're trying to make the soccer culture a thing in America and the soccer community. There ain't no community. There ain't no. What did Nas say? There's no more loyalty, no more community. Queensbridge, we gotta have unity.
Yeah, I still play pickup soccer since I was 7 years old here in America. I haven't seen a dramatic change in black people playing since the first time I played in. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
those black people playing at one time, I'm bringing, and I'm telling them to come run around with me.
I mean, it's funny because when I would play pickup soccer in San Diego, it was all black people, mostly because it was all Africans. But like black Americans, no. I think I would be the only one. If I'm honest, I'd be the only one.
I like never see if I do if I do like they have like some kind of African background of some sort or like something
they're
else.
all from Africa.
Or maybe they could be like Caribbean. But
you don't really count. You're from Brazil.
I know I don't.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. So
since we want to talk about your stance lately.
What are you talking about?
Because you added me on WhatsApp and I'm playing.
Oh, stupid. There isn't a community. And that's what we're still building the community. And I think if you're not about like reaching out and singing like, oh, these dudes, like the first time we were reaching out to Black Arrow FC, and Aaron or whatever, we had watched that Atlanta MLS black culture thing, and then we talked about it on the podcast, and we were adding them like, yo, like we watch y'all's thing, and we're promoting it and talking about it. Nobody, you know what I mean? It was not one of them was like, oh, thank you, or
not a
nothing.
Beep or a whistle.
The same thing with the MLS thing, with the Black History Month thing. The fact that the MLS Works website never put that on their front page, actually. They never did. You had to find that, okay? MLS Works never put that roundtable discussion thing on their front page. You go to MLS Works website
in February.
It ain't there.
In February.
It was not there. You had to find that in that YouTube thing. Same thing. We talked about it. We're adding Crystal Dunn, the one lady, I forgot her name, the media lady, Aaron West, and the dude, the Black Arrow dude or whatever, whoever's there. Nobody respond. Maybe we got a like or two. I can't remember, but like, for me, it's like when I see somebody doing something like that, I'm trying to promote it. I'm just not a hater. Like I can't be a hater. You know what I mean? I'm a supporter. I'm a cheerleader. I want to cheer on people and support them. That's my nature. But you don't really get that back sometimes. Going back, maybe it may seem like we got off topic, but we didn't. Going back to what we're talking about, the race and class thing, if you're going to have this culture in America where it comes to like soccer, where it's somewhat elitist and it seems somewhat exclusionary, the people that are like out of that bubble that care about the sport, we got to work together to try to change it and integrate it class-wise and race-wise.
Yeah.
And not just black. All the other people that are kind of getting excluded. You know what I mean? We got to work together. But if it's just like every man for himself kind of thing, like, it ain't going to happen. Because like you said, it ain't changed much since you was 7.
No.
You didn't even know English.
True. The thing is, like I said, it's not like if I haven't seen it grown, and I'm in a very diverse city, lived here most of my life.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen like, oh wow, look at that, man. There's a lot of people, not just like African or Caribbean or whatever background, or like Brazilian, or it's people just Americans playing, African Americans playing. I've not seen that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I may not be the most accurate, detailed description of growth for demographics, but how are you telling me your paper is? Why is your math? Why is any other math they're giving me any more accurate than me out there playing?
Oh no, I feel you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like someone could be like, "Well, the numbers show. What numbers are these?" Because I'm out there playing, I don't see it.
Yeah, and granted, you're only playing in one area, but like,
well, I've played in various areas of my life, but I'm saying like I haven't seen change.
Yeah, but like at the same time, yeah, it's not really like changing that much. Even that guy that they had on the MLS thing, the Black History Month thing, the guy that played for the Philadelphia Union, his parents are Jamaican, and I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, but like it wasn't.
I mean, like I think Joe Gio has I forgot what his dad was like from something like that too.
Yeah,
like,
I think he's probably Haitian or something like
that.
Yeah,
his dad was something like that. Like
yeah, so it's not like growing in like the grass.
The only one that ever really like the one that really stood out to me was just Eddie Johnson was the only one that just was like a real like American African American player.
Maybe he could. Maybe he might be Caribbean. He might be from Barbados or something too. You never know. He from down there.
Ancestry.com will tell us.
Stupid. But yeah, is it race or is it class? Obviously, it's both. But there's ways to fight against that, and I think that's what we're also talking about, like working together and supporting each other. And like, yo, we've been doing this for 2 years. We never missed a week. It ain't like we out here getting. I mean, we put in thousands of dollars into We Made It. Like, if you really look at it,
don't say that.
No, it's true. When you talk about gas and all kinds of stuff, and I mean, not like we have so much equipment, but like. Pay subscriptions and keeping the website up and the podcast service going. Like, it's been a lot that we've put into it.
We got $10 back though.
We've gotten $10.02 back because we got the 2 cents from Radio Public, even though they haven't given it to us yet. But
I'm so down for a 2-cent check.
And not that we haven't been trying. We've been sending so many emails and stuff. I said it to say that we do it for the love, obviously. And we do it to, like, grow the community. That's why we take the time to, like, see what's going on. And when we see people doing stuff, we support them or whatever, and we talk about it. And that's the kind of thing that needs to keep going. Supporting the community. So, like, these race and class issues that everybody sees can kind of, like, we can start to push that out and, like, make the sport actually be popular and popping in America.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, we would all love that, and we would all benefit.
That would be
from
awesome.
That'd be great. Yeah. But until then, make sure you're subscribed on whatever podcast. What the hell's so funny?
I think you're about to tag the show.
We made a podcast.com. Haven't made a podcast.
Doesn't look bad on camera, probably.
Haven't made a podcast on all social media.
Check out Joe DeGruner.
Check out Joe Laguna on YouTube, and make sure you check out Tiki Talker podcast straight out of Canada. Make sure you check out what the boy Tarek is doing on Apex Mufasa's Taquitos. I really wish he had an easier gamer tag or something. But
I think it's Mufasa's Taquitos with a zero.
Zero and some other stuff for like a $sign.
It's funny because you're not the only one that says that, but that's the homie though.
Yeah, but Tarek's a real one.
He is a real one. Day one.
Yeah, and I thought this episode might be like 25 minutes, but here we go. We almost got an hour. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed and make sure show some support to anybody else that's out there doing a soccer related show out of America and you're into the sport. It's free to follow them on Spotify. You know, just drop a follow on Spotify. Just click play on their episode.
You don't get it's not like it's popping up all over your screen if you follow. You know,
just click play on just click play on the joint and to turn it off if you don't want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I listen to people's stuff at 1.5 on Spotify. You know, I'm not trying to spend the whole hour, but I'll listen to it and I'll respond and I'll say something to it. But not everybody does that back. But it's all good. But yeah, make sure you holler and keep it locked.
Please.
Yeah.